for the mic.
Carson Choi's pass intended for number 22, Anders Kaplan. That's an incomplete pass and will bring up third down for the Spartans.
Let me know when we're live. We're good to go? All right, Wolves Nation, we're back in. We sorry, a little technical delay. We got everything wired in. I think we're good to go. I'm Jim Orr, president of the Booster Club, here with a special day for me, and I'm with Coach Justin Stiles. Coach.
Yeah, this is a beautiful day. I hope the rain's not going to come down too hard on us, but nice to have another Eastlake team in the championship.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of nice being in a booth here. I haven't been at a football game in a while where it hasn't been pouring rain on us. So
yeah, that's right.
Well, from what I can see so far right now, Skyline seems to be pushing the ball down the field here. They've been moving the ball around a little bit of throwing it here, but the Wolves are starting to tighten up as soon as we get close to the goal line.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this Skyline team, but their quarterback seems to be able to throw the ball pretty well. They got some receivers that can catch, and so our Eastlake defense definitely has their hands full today.
Anything you know about Skyline? They like to put the ball up in the air, so let's see what happens here. Looks like we're at 1st and 10 here. A little high snap. Oh, we got a great Wolves defense. That was a great job. 2nd and 8. Oh, another good play right there. Hank Reed bringing it around. I like that. Well done.
You know, they say, Jim, big plays don't necessarily win games. You only need 3.5 yards every play, and you get a first down and not have to face 4th down.
Make a good living doing it that way. Hank Reed put his foot down the ground, went straight up there. We got a big 3rd down here. 5 yards here. Got to put something together. Let's get this first down.
Offensive line doing a really good job.
2 split out here for the Wolves. Ball on the ground. Quick handoff. Get your head down. Keep running. I think you got a little stuff there.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play and a low snap there. And, a lot of times, you'll want the quarterback just to pick that up and follow the running back through the hole that's called. But, hey, still gave the ball to Gavin, and Gavin was able to get a couple yards on it.
That little tough, that little gritty run there. He was doing a broken play, so.
It's always good to get positive yards on a broken play.
Got 3 yards to go here on a 4th down. I think Wolves are going to try to come in with a big man package. Bo runs the ball in here. Skyline looks to be running a 4-4 in the front, no 4-3. They're going to probably send one of their linebackers here. Give us a lot of real estate there. Get up there. Lots of room. Might be a little short.
Yeah, it depends on the spot. It looks like
the spot there.
It looks like the spot's going to.
Oh, they're going to signal here.
I think this.
Far side lineman spot.
We got one sideline saying move the chains. We got another sideline, another up on the far sideline. I don't think that's fair for this close sideline to be making that call when he's not near the sticks. But who am I?
Turnover downs on the Wolves here about midfield here. So Skyline starts with about 40 on their 44.
It's always fun to play rivalry teams in championships. It kind of ups the stakes a little bit. And, I'm just going to point this out right now. I'm looking across the way to the Skyline crowd. And I think Eastlake has got almost double the amount of fans that Skyline has.
Our nation does like to follow, Coach. It does like to follow. Nope. Might have jumped us. Skyline with a good offense. Quarterback with a good snap count. So Wolves jump offside and lose 5 on that one. I like it. They want to get after him. They're ready to go. So I think I heard, I didn't catch it, but I think Skyline was 8-2 this season. That I think I heard from their announcer. So 1st and 5 here for Skyline. Double out, inside handoff. Good job by our backers to come straight in on that. Might be a small gain, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, definitely got 2 yards on that. Good hole, but the linebackers came in and squeezed that and stopped him. No yards after first contact.
I'd like to see our front guys on the front there kind of make a pile there. Don't give them so much room. That's the one thing in youth football is we always want to stand up first instead of go forward. See if Steiner here on that edge. I can see him moving around there. See if he comes around and takes that away. There we go. Oh, that could have been a slight hold on their part. Gets off on there. Nice cut down.
Yeah.
Henry Bowe here cut him down there, but they got a first down out of that.
Yeah, quarterback made a nice little read option there. You know, at this level, you know, sometimes you have the coaches telling the quarterback whether to keep it or not. And he made a great play there. It looks like he was a little banged up after the.
He got around that
tackle.
edge there. I think that could have been pretty close to a hold on Skyline's part there, but whatever it is now, it's first down here. Ball on the 41. Skyline with a new set of downs. Eastlake gets set for a pass in this situation.
Look at reverse.
There's
there.
a return on that. Got to come up here and get that. Got to come up here and get that. Well, Skyline executed a little bit misdirection on it, Coach, but we lost the contain on our end there.
You know, right on the handoff side here, they got two runs back, two guys running like they're running a little bit of an option, and it was a great play call, right time. You know, I got to give it to Skyline for that. The quarterback is hobbling a little bit, so it's a defense. We got to make sure that we can see that and understand they're probably not going to keep it to him. So key in on the running backs and receivers.
Well, first set of downs, Skyline just on the 29-yard line. 2-by-1 in the back, inside handoff. Nice job.
Yeah, Red Hutchison came in there right.
Oh, yeah, came into the line, took that play, got into the gap, and took that runner right down right there.
The running back didn't have much of a chance to do much on that. It was great.
Might have been a loss of yard there even. Well done on his part. I like to see Wolves here put a little pressure on, maybe even a stunt somewhere. Getting through the line for sure. Getting through the line. There's a ball coming all the way downtown. Oh.
Yeah,
Boy, we had a hand on him too, Coach. Pass, long pass, 20-yard line pass.
That's pretty impressive for a quarterback at this age to throw the ball 30-plus yards in the air.
That was really impressive.
He read that well. He put that ball up there right on the money, and there's not a whole lot you can do there.
We had both ends come through there, and we even got a hand in the lane, I thought. So
I thought that the first guy that came on near side here was going to put his hand on the ball and maybe knock it away as he was throwing it. But
impressive pass, to say the least. Well, Wolves got themselves down by 6 here. We're going to line up for PAT. A little front line pressure. It looks, we got a whistle came out real quick. Might have been showing encroachment. Signaling.
He's pointing to
Skyline
on the defense.
Offsides. I'm not sure about that one, but I guess we'll keep eyes on it. Far side, he's signaling here. Usually in youth football, the linemen here give him a little heads up about, I think he might have been lined up offsides.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to re-kick this. Not sure that's going to matter any difference.
Yeah, the youth football, those of you maybe watching don't know, the extra point is when you kick it is actually worth 2 points. Running it in or passing it in is only worth 1, so that's probably why they're kicking it again, just to get the additional point.
Oh, I think we had a hand on it, but that's up and good. So they got in there. Wolves got some pressure on it. I thought we might have got a chance to get a block a little bit on it. We'll have to take a look at it later, but well, that takes the Spartans up by 8 here with 51 seconds here in our first quarter.
Yeah, we'll see how our Wolves respond here in their second possession of the game. We do have a lot of offensive weapons, so
lots of football. If you're at home watching, we appreciate you tuning in for Wolves broadcast here. If you can, on our YouTube channel, you can subscribe, pound that button for us. We count on everything. We appreciate everyone who takes the time to do it.
You know, and the Husky game isn't on for a couple hours, so share the link and let's get some more viewers.
Wolves come out in a power package here. I like that. Get that block right there. That was a wonderful block. We're going to get called for that one.
Yeah.
Not sure why that would be called. That would look like a pretty good block.
Yeah, Hank Reed got the ball, and he was running. He brought it out to the outside and laid the lumber on the run and got about a.
I think when he put his block down the ground, he's calling that a hold.
Yeah.
Holding on the offense. Settle back. Eastlake up 10 yards.
Yeah, coach probably argued the same thing I would, is that he had his blocker, he squared him up, put him right down the ground. And I think that's when he saw him go to the ground, he called the flag. That's a 10-yard penalty against the Wolves. It's going to back us up quite a bit here on this first drive.
Yeah.
Okay, Wolves come out of that near side hash. Looks like we're going trips to the boundary, far side boundary.
An empty formation.
We got an odd man uncovered on the top side. Way in the top side. Oh, and a bad pass. I think he got tipped or he fell out of his hand. But
yeah, I'm not sure if that was like a read option type thing. Bo was running to the far side like on a sprint out, but the defensive end on the far side kind of ran up the field, and the tackle was pushing him upfield. It was a good block. Bo just kind of ran in, and as he threw the ball, I think one of the guys got their hand up. And
yeah, if you saw that too, you know, like I said, they had trips on that far side, and there was I'm not sure who was uncovered, but we definitely had men in areas.
Yeah, you know, looking at what that, you know, kind of set up for the future if they did that again, coming back to the, you know, doing some sort of a little bit of fake or something like that, coming back to the near side, they definitely have room for Bo to run, and not a lot of guys to tackle him.
Back inside, I like this. Oh, got a tripped in a hand on it. So Skyline got a foot, got one hand on a foot, and that took him, I think, down.
Tripped up by number 27, Jay Bestman. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Eastlake.
So Gavin had his foot. I think he would have probably got a pretty big gain, and that probably ended right there. That's our first quarter going down. So, well, these games go pretty fast. I forgot about the time on these things.
Yeah,
but
they go fast, and they don't pass the ball a whole lot, so they don't stop the clock much. But
well, I think, Coach, what I saw there is that Skyline is definitely going to throw the ball downfield, and they're going to want to try to get big gains out of it. We got to be more disciplined when we play secondary like that. Yeah,
you know, like as you said too, in this youth football, the clock does run pretty quick, and if you have the ball, you take control of it. You know, the Skyline had two possessions in that first half, and we had one essentially with 1 and 2 or 3 plays, and you know, you got to understand that probably for the entire game, you're going to have anywhere from 6 to 8 possessions, and you got to take advantage of each one of them.
I think if I'm down there with Coach at this, I mean, we're settling down. Let's get our blocks up front and keep pushing guys backwards. I still think that we could get this game back into our favor here by just keep running the ball.
Yeah. This offensive line is probably one of the best in this league, and that front five, they love doing what they do, and they're proud of how well they do it, and you know, it's, you know, the future of Wolves football in high school, and sometimes it's hard to motivate those guys to block, but these guys are doing a really good job all season long.
I say it every time I can. You can't shine without the front line, Coach. You can't shine without the front line.
That sounds like an offensive lineman.
Yeah, our technical advisor, Mr. Crandall here, has told us that you may be at home seeing a pole here in front of us, so we apologize for that, just our angling what we do. So we'll try to do our best to give you the best views we can. Eastlake comes out of a power position again on the far head. Rolls out of it. Nice run. Get an edge up there in front of him. Keep moving. Evades one man, comes back along, and we're going up the sideline here. We're going up the sideline all the way down to the 50, coming across the 40, all the way into the 30-yard line, knocks him out of bounds right there. Woo, that was a heck of a run, Coach. That was a heck of a run. No flags on the play.
Yeah, he ran at least 100 yards on that.
He got 50 vertical for sure.
3rd and 20, you got a guy pulling off on the edge there and sets a good block. Bo breaks a tackle, cuts across the field, pretty much outruns everybody except for that one guy who hit him pretty hard on the sideline. But you got to love the effort and the want to have a quarterback who's like, hey, I'm going to put this in my hands and I'm going to go and I'm going to gain 60 yards and put my team inside close to the red zone so we can score and get this game going, especially on a 3rd and long. That was just awesome. What a great play.
Yeah, and I like to watch our receivers and linemen as they come down the field. Find a guy to go back to work to. Just go find a block, get on front, and that's exactly what they did. That gave Bo the chance to come across the field like that. Coming out of power position in 1st and 10 on 26 for the Wolves. Pitched out. Nice move there. Lost our block on the edge there. That's what got that linebacker who came across the DN. Skyline closed that down pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, back to that big run, Coach, like that. Like I was saying here, as Bo came back in through the midsection like that, we had receivers out in front of him. They're making blocks out there, gave him those lanes to cut through. That's the kind of stuff you need to do to get to the end zone.
Yeah. As I say, if you're done with your one block or no one to go, they say go find more work, right?
Go find work. Wolves come out at 2nd and 10, no gain on that. Ball on 26. Does a counter in that. Nice run like that. Find a block there. There you go. Woo! That was well done there. And that was well executed up on the front line.
It was. Yeah, it looked like the guy was pulling nonetheless, but he started on the other side and came across the formation. There's a huge hole for him. 6-yard gain on that. Hank
I like those
Hank
counter
Green ran
plays.
hard,
Yeah, I like those counter plays, especially when they block those in the front. It's hard for the defender to find the ball like that and then get you 5-6 yards out of it.
Yeah,
Bulls coming to a 3rd and 4 here.
Yeah, it's nice when you have multiple guys that can run the ball and have different styles of running as
That's
well.
exactly right.
You, as a defense, you can't really plan for or key on a certain type of run and say, hey, they're giving it to this guy every time. And you just saw right there how effective that can be.
I'd like to see play action with this. We're not in that formation for it, and let Bo get that piece on. There you go. Did the same thing right there.
Yeah, Gavin
Cuts to the gut. Nice job, Gavin. Way to find the hole.
Yeah, 10-yard run. He hit that. He kind of motioned back, stood next to Bo, and he took that ball. And as soon as he took it, he held down the right trigger button to run as fast as he could, and got quick 10 yards and ran the ball hard.
I'm not sure number 55. I apologize, whoever that is. But, boy, that block he threw to make sure Gavin had that backside, he sealed it up, and he went. Nash, that was a great block, Nash. Well done, son.
Briggs and Nash, the twins.
I love it. He stood up his man and gave Gavin that choice to come right through that front door. Wolves on a 1st and 10 ball and 9. Here we come out of that. Bo's coming out of that right to the end zone. He's getting one more step in. I think he's in. That's a touchdown.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, that was a well-timed, well-called, quick snap, quarterback draw.
Yep.
Caught the the defense off guard just a little bit.
Yep. Both linebackers were looking the wrong direction, and he came right through the hole like that and followed the Huntington zone.
And the offensive line did a great job of bull rushing and getting that through there.
So our kicker, number 80, Griffin here, to line this up, to tie this score up. Looks like he's got a big leg head. Let's see what he's got. Good snap. Ball's down. Oh, yeah, up and in.
Yep.
Oh, no good. They're waving that. Sorry. I was watching that line, Judge. I didn't know if he was even know what he was doing. So we didn't make it. Looks like we pushed it left by the looks of that, Coach.
Yeah.
I think he had the leg for it. I just think.
Yeah, definitely had a leg for it. Just kind of push it just a little bit to the left.
Well, back to that run, Coach. That was well done. When Bo came in there, he looked at both those linebackers off, and he went right through the hole. And they had no idea what to do there.
He had a couple guys wrapping him up towards right at the goal line, and he just pushed through. He wanted it a little bit more than they did. And
well, I can tell you that, both of us, you and I both being from up on the high school level now and watching our boys play, it's great to see our prize nation players here doing plays like that. That's exceptional. 1st and 10 for the Spartans, standing on 35. Man in motion. High snap, man coming around. Get the edge.
Yep.
Finds it. Good tackle. Renton, the number 11, put the tackle down. Came around his edge and sealed it in there.
Yeah, Red Hutchinson with a great haul. That was a little jet sweep on that. We had a defensive lineman was coming through. It looked like it got held just a little bit, and then they pushed our edge. Edge came up just a little too far, and the jet came right underneath and got a 5-yard gain on that. But great tackle by Rhett.
But if you watched how he came into it, I mean, it's a youth player, right? He came into there, man his man in, turned him inside. I mean, that's what you want.
Right to where all your friends are, right?
2x2 here for Skyline on the 40. Ball looks like it's going up in there. Got a lot of man, a screenplay right in front of him. Saw that coming through there. Gets quick through, man down. Preston Hewitt makes a stop on that. Pretty good stop. Well, Skyline set that up. We got to be able to watch that now as a defense. To you get that much much room coming through. There's usually something happening.
Right. Yeah. You know when you're youth and you see all of a sudden you're right through and you got the quarterback right there. The biggest thing you want is a big sack so you can celebrate.
You're waiting to get it.
Show
out.
That's right. The championship belt. And
get the sack.
It's hard for you to recognize that and lay off a big sack moment like that. So it was great play by Skyline. Got to have it too.
High snap, ball fake. Oh, missed. I think we're gonna get. Nice job there.
Yeah.
Number 8, Carson Zoy.
Yeah, number 10 came up there again. Who's that?
Blake?
Red Hutchison. Yeah,
Hutchison.
He came up as a pass play and he got into the quarterback's face and the quarterback came underneath and Red got off of his block and was able to tackle him and to keep him only a 2-yard gain instead of a.
I'd like to see our guys kind of keep that snap. I don't think they've had a snap that hasn't been up over his head and his toes, and I think that's they need to take advantage of watching that. Man in motion for Skyline. Usually they do that inside handoff, yep. Man gets loose on this one. Skyline gets to the edge on this, gets some speed in front of it, all the way down about the 13-yard line here. So Skyline with a big run on that missed counter.
Yeah. Yeah, Max Loffy pushed him out of bounds, saved the touchdown there. They had a little bit of a misdirection there, and we had two guys tackling the guy that didn't have the ball, which would have been tackle for loss.
Yeah.
But they
that
went through.
misdirection when they do that inside is tough when you're not watching for it. Well, Wolves find themselves backed up on the door here with on the 12-yard line with Skyline coming out with 2-by-2 on both sides of the receivers. Usually it's an inside handoff when they do this. High snap, rolls out, drop. He's dead down there. Little high snap again causes the quarterback to go down.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback might have been doing a little bit of a quarterback draw. I think when they throw the ball, a lot of times they rely on the guys to get past the defensive backs because he's got such a strong arm, but they're in the red zone right now.
So that's a loss of 4. Puts the ball on the 17-yard line, 2nd and 15 for Sparty. They come back out in that 2-by-2 here. Oh, they got a protector here, so this could be the inside to the right. Let's see if our linebackers pick this up. Typical Skyline play right there. There's a good hit. Look at that right there. Gavin came into the ball player. I like that.
Yeah,
got his shoulders down right through him.
Yeah, they ran a little bit of a screen pass. I think that wide receiver got away with a little bit of wasn't necessarily a block in the back, but it was a little bit of a hip thrust screen to the back, which got the guy out. Would have been, I guess it was a little bit of a tackle for loss, but it would have been a bigger tackle for loss. But Gavin got in there and made a great play, great open field tackle to keep it.
2-by-2 again for Skyline. This is their classic, receiver screens when they get in these formations. Man in motion coming through. You could just see that coming, couldn't you, Coach?
Yeah.
You just see that coming.
Yeah, he made a great play. He just needs to be if he was a 5th or 6th grader, a couple inches taller, he would have gotten that.
We'll wait to see him when he gets a little taller. Those won't happen like that.
Yeah, he read it really, really well, but the wide receiver was going towards the sideline, so the quarterback made a great throw, just threw it right over the fingertips.
Big 4th down coming this way.
This is huge. Huge, Jim, right here. We stopped this here. We've got a little under 4 minutes to get down to the field and score.
Got to know where the goal line is, though, right? So we got to know where the goal line is. They're going to definitely run this receiver screen. They love this, or he's going to roll with it. One of the two. I would have thought he would come to the far side with it. That's no way. Yeah, that was I like the setup on it, but that play I was not going to make it.
Yeah, it's a great play. We had a good rush on the quarterback. I know it looks the guy in the pink shoes. He wants a pass interference, but that was great coverage and thrown over his head.
Yeah,
so
get that receiver. He was in that 5-yard line. He was still in there with him. That ball was way over his head anyway. So
we got 3 minutes and 51 seconds to get down to the field. I believe we get the ball at the start of the second half. So it'd be nice to get a score here, not give Skyline the ball back, and then we get it back again at the second half, and we can potentially come up with a 2-score lead.
Not time to change momentum here. Get our offensive line guys that got to make the charge for, make the head, and let's get some real estate here. We got good backs to do it. We're going empty back here. We still got an advantage up on the far. Now we got. That's a good block out front. You better get around that edge. There he goes. Gets up that edge. Gets a little real estate for us. Nice job.
Yep.
Well done, Bo.
Hey, and gets out of bounds too, which is great. Knowing clock management, that's football IQ right there.
Well done. He got around that edge up there. He got his receiver, got out in front of him, made a good block for that, and gives us the yardage. So well done. Well played.
Bo's older brother played for me in youth football. He's a junior this year, and he played safety and defensive back, and he was always one of the smartest kids on the field. And looks like Bo's getting that.
I love the DNA.
Getting that as well.
We love all our youth nation like this. This is the future Wolves here. If you're hearing us from home, I want to just remind everybody that we are so proud of all of our teams like that. All our youth nation like this is everything we can for us as we move to our heights. They may start to move up, and we get ready for the big guys. Okay, Wolves come out. It was 2nd and 1 here. So inside handoff with a block. Nice move, Gavin. Puts his head down and gets that first down.
We got the first down.
First down, change the clock. Now we get the clock back. Now we got to manage this clock time. Bo runs a play in here. Looks like this is the time we could run one of those counters, right? One of those offsets that come through the middle like that.
Just over 3 minutes to get down this field here. Most important thing, Jim, we just want to make sure we keep the ball and don't turn it over.
Wolves get set. Comes out of the power. There we go. I like that. Up around the end. Finds him a hole in there.
Yep.
Oh, one man brought him down.
Yep. Yeah, Hank
Reed coming through. I like that.
The Skyline's doing a good job of tackling low, but 3 yards on that. 4 yards. Excuse me.
2:48 here, so we got to kind of keep conscious of that time here, Wolves. Might be time to put one in the air here. Get some big yards out of this. So Wolves are coming out of that. Near side boundary, got 2 split.
Split out pretty wide.
Big pitch to the right. Well, we got a flag. I think we got probably false start.
Yeah, false start. Guy moving early.
Kind of an easy call there. Sometimes you get eager to get that play. Everybody wants to. We're all going to start putting the train and run one way and come up out of your stance a little early.
You get a little excited too as a quarterback. Sometimes you don't really, the offensive line and the rest of your offense are all waiting for you. Being consistent with your play call and the rhythm and the tempo and stuff. And sometimes you make just one little adjustment to that.
Yep.
And guys are.
Sorry, let's get that mental mistake here. That puts us behind the stick here, so we got to get second here and 11. Once again, I'm watching our youth cheer down in front here. Coach, what a great job. They do such a wonderful time. All these kids do such a good job.
Yeah, it's a great
coming out of
program.
here, second and 11 here with the Wolves. Good snap. Back inside. Gavin gets an edge. There we go. We got some room, some real estate. Oh, one step, Coach, and he was out of here.
Yeah, again, they're tackling low.
We got a timeout coming too by.
Good timeout call there. Big run. He was one shoestring tackle away from making a big gain
run
there. And I think he saw it too.
He made that foot.
Yeah.
He made that move to the right, and he was headed for the sidelines. Good timeout on our side. So 2:02 here. Got a good momentum. We're about 4 yards on this third down. So I definitely like the inside blocking I just saw from that too there, because we were coming inside with a counter like that. I mean, our guard came around inside, filled the hole.
Yep. You don't get too many offensive linemen. Retired offensive linemen played college, getting to broadcast it. That
you kind of look in there and see what's going on.
You notice the offensive line more than anyone else in the world.
I like to watch the big guys work.
That's good. Hey, well, they're doing a good job. And again, like we said earlier, they're one of the strong points of this program, this team. So they're fun to watch, and they're a big part of why we're in this championship
and it's
game
a long
right now.
season for guys down in the trenches like that. But I tell you, the reward comes in when you get to playing games like this, and you get to move the ball, and you know that is because of the work they've been putting in. So didn't get a chance. I know a lot of the coaches down there like you do like that. So we're always appreciative of everything, and we've always got a great strong group. And I want to make a big special thanks to Grandpa Fadul, who's watching in Florida here. I see Matthew is here, and now we got the next one. So, Grandpa, good to see you. I hope you're listening. Wolves come out of that power package. Inside handoff again. Pushes forward. I think we got a first down out of that, Coach.
Yeah, by at least 2 yards.
Hank again kind of put his nose down, found his shoulder pads, and went straight forward. I love that north-south running.
Yeah, Jim, it seems like we're pretty consistent with our first 2 or 3 yards are easily given to us because how strong our offensive line is.
Right.
And then whatever comes in after that is by our running backs, yards after catch.
And that's what you want to do, right? You want to give
the
the back the first 3 yards to go, and then let him start being a player. I like that too. When we get defensive guys moving backwards, that means we're doing the right things. First down, new set of sticks for us. Minute 30. We got a lot of running clock here, though. We got to keep moving forward. Power back position here. Going to roll out of that. Got to call timeout, I think, on that one. Yeah. Yeah, we got another timeout coming.
Minute 20.
I like the rollout there, but I just wish they'd go into a throwing package with that.
Yeah, they did a little bit of a play action lead, and Bo, I don't know if he was supposed to cut it, follow the running backs to the outside, or if that was more of just to draw the linebackers to go towards the outside so Bo could cut it up. But 1.5 yards, 2 yards on that play.
So we got some feedback in from the line. We didn't realize that you can't see the clock and the down and distance, so we'll keep reminding everybody where we're at here. So we're at a minute 18. We're on the ball's on the 33. We're 2nd and 8. So a minute 18 left here with a second down setup here.
There's always going to be critics, Jim, telling us how to do our job.
That's okay, Coach. We get paid by the critic. Oh, they're good. All right, our executive producers. Our executive producer told us that we got down and distance back for everybody. We'll keep the clock running for us. Wolves are coming out in a trips formation on the near side, Coach. I think I like this setup right here. Look at that. We got 2 men that are uncovered out here in the flat, and we got a man in motion. There we go. So he came up all over the line.
That was going to be a good play, too. I saw some guys. But, as he was motioning, he just started to move a little bit forward, get a little too excited on
Hank,
that.
I like it. You got more speed than your daddy does, so let's keep him running, kid. Yeah. That's a youth mistake. No, nothing more than that. It wasn't a.
Yeah. A lot of times, as you said, a youth mistake. But these are 10 or 11-year-olds. Sometimes they'll just let that go because it's it doesn't really impact that play that much.
I love the Wile E. Coyote moment right there.
In arena football, they allow that.
Yeah, you could run through the line.
And Canadian as well.
Yeah. Well, if we get invaded, we'll change the rules. 2nd and 13, minute 17 on it right now, with the Wolves back with about 13 yards. So I think we're going to go in that same formation here. Might even see the same play because they didn't have anybody covered that motion, man. Hank in motion. There we go. Much better. Got it. Brought down. Too many Spartans to the line that time.
Yeah. Like you said, they tried to roll out to make that pass there, but
I think if he'd have kept coming out to his right side there, he would have had a little more realistic to work with.
Yeah, you always tell the quarterback.
Got a timeout coming, I think, Skyline. There's a minute left, and they know with 13.
You want to get deep when you're rolling out, and a lot of times young quarterbacks, they kind of just want. They get excited. They just sort of run just straight out and don't get deep. You get deep, you can get that edge and it'll help you to make that decision. But Boa just had guys right in his face, and he was trying to make that play. And good for him to hold on to the ball and not make an ill-advised throw.
Yeah, especially he had 2 Sparties right behind him there.
Right.
That ball could have came out real easy like that. So, we got a long 3rd down here on this one. With about 57 seconds here. So, still plenty of time to get up to yardage and get into a first down.
You definitely want to keep the ball on the ground here to make them either use their second timeout or get a big run here. We don't want to help them out any.
Yeah. I think I like the confidence still on our front line here. I think we're jogging out with confidence. We know we can make these blocks. We know we can get the ball upfield. So, okay, long drive here. Going reverse to the other side, coming around. Oh, what a big tackle that was.
That guy kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, that Skyline, he cut through that edge. I was watching him run through there. I thought we were going to get around the edge on that, but he came right in through that slot.
Yep. And Skyline calls a timeout right away.
So time. So Eastlake here in a deep hole here. We're gonna have to punt this out of here. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen any punting yet, but
I doubt even if you don't, you got to at least attempt to punt it because you don't want to give them the ball at the 20-yard line.
I got my eyes down here on Jack Steiner's down here, one of our varsity players, watching his younger brother, and he's one of our punters up on the high school side. And boy, Jack he's got that Aussie style kick like that. I'm hoping maybe he'll teach one of these guys to do that same thing.
God, last night he had like a 74-yard punt last night.
He had a great kick last night. Unfortunately, we had to use it, but
yeah.
Well, it's nice to see a lot of some of our varsity players down here with our youth. Well, I know the Wolves are set to get a big play here, so let's see what happens here with 51 seconds. You know the punter? Griffin, the kicker? I don't know. I see the Wolves they may go to a pooch kick here, I suspect.
I think they may try to draw them off sides here.
Maybe.
Yep.
Not sure why he didn't feel that, but
hey, let it go. Let it sit. Let it sit. Don't touch it right away.
Don't touch it. Oh. Yeah, let the clock run.
Yeah, you touch it right away, it stops the clock. If you let it sit there for 2-3 seconds,
then you get that. That might be the
referee might
2 or 3 seconds you needed.
Right.
Well, we changed possessions here with the Sparties getting at about the 47-yard line, 48-yard line, with just about 42 seconds left.
Yeah, smartly you see the defense in a deep 3 coverage. The coaches, I'm sure, telling them don't let anything behind you.
Yeah, no, don't keep.
But we got to contain the quarterback, contain the running back as well. They do have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, they could pitch this ball and get to the edge for sure. Sparty comes up with a 2x2 again. Ball in play. Pass coming out. There's a pick right there if you get back.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that out there?
Yeah,
Max right there, yeah. Max saw that. He had stardom in his eyes.
It's hard a lot of times when you're not running downfield and you see that ball, your first instinct is to run towards the wide receiver. And a lot of times a young DB can get caught up in doing that. And you saw Max take a step, and then he realized that that ball was thrown a little bit deeper, and he was able to.
This guy like quarterback's got a good arm. I mean, that 30-yard toss he threw for that TD, that one wasn't there. It was threw it to the edge. I know that's where the receiver's supposed to be at. So Sparty comes in at trips formation on their front side.
Yep. Watch like a little bit of a screen pass or something over here.
There's a pick. Oh. Had a lot of pressure on the quarterback, too. Who's that? Who's our defensive lineman with the green shoes right there? Who's that right there?
I don't think we have any pink shoes.
69? Who's that one right there? Or 66? Harrelson came through the line coach like that, worked his man, and got to the quarterback, and almost had him for a sack. That was well done. I like to watch interior linemen get down and get dirty. He looks like he's going to be a good player. 3rd and 10 here on the 48 with 34 seconds left. Man in motion for Sparty coming to the near side. Handoff inside. There's it. Push him in the inside. Push him inside. Atta boys right there. All your friends are right there.
Yep.
Well done. That's an exceptionally done job right there by a defensive end coach.
Yeah, Brooks Harvey came up and he's like, "You're not on my watch, buddy," and he came right up there.
We like to teach defensive ends when they're getting blocked like that and the plays are running side, you got to get that outside arm and force them in, and he did exactly that. That was a perfect play done.
Yep. It looks like they're going to
force him inside. All your friends are waiting.
7 seconds left. It looks like Skyline's going to call a timeout right before the end of the half and try and throw one up and see if they can get one. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah. No, we got one more second here. No, you got one. No, you got 1 second here.
Yeah, they called a timeout, and the referee was telling our coach to.
Our booth is telling us that it went to half, but it didn't. They called timeout for that 1 second.
The referee was telling our guys to go back onto the field, but it's a timeout. I don't. Sometimes I just can't. We had a referee our second to last game. He picked up our tee on an extra point and moved it back to the 10-yard line when we've been kicking it from the 8, and we asked him what he was doing. It's just sometimes these guys just.
They get a little anxious themselves.
Like right now, we could be telling our team exactly what to do, exactly what to look for, but unfortunately, these referees.
Well, this is where you put your two best receivers in the back there.
Yeah,
Gavin on the near side, and who's our far side? That ball's going to the far side. He's right-handed. He's going to put his foot in the right side there. Yep.
Yeah, looking at
there it is right there.
They're going to do a hook and ladder or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a little. Yeah. Well, Skyline with a little trickery at the end there.
Yeah.
But,
hook and ladder is a fun play when they don't know it's coming, but when you've got two guys that are 25 yards downfield, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But
not gonna get very far with that there.
Hey, but I love the creativity and fun that is. So
certainly at a championship game, who doesn't like a little excitement like that?
Yeah.
Well,
so we got 10 minutes for half here. We've got Eastlake's going to get the ball back at the start of the second half and see if we can get a score and lead. So,
good ball game here. We got a pretty tight thing. A couple of mistakes on both sides, but I think we come back from half, we're going to see quite a bit.
Yeah.
Are we running the halftime show, or do we? We'll just go to break.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break here real quick, and then we'll see everybody back here in about 6-7 minutes.
But we'll keep the camera on so you can watch the cheerleaders with their amazing and talented dance, and you can see how hard they've been working as well and support them.
That's outstanding. All right, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Are we muted, Sean?
cheer. The Eastlake Wolves will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah.
What's going on over there? You know, with that?
Yeah. So, all right, we're back here. Almost back. All right, we're back, guys, from halftime. We've got about 2.5 minutes left, and you see the kids going out there getting their legs warmed back up. So Coach Orton and I were just talking about the high school programs, and you know it's good to see the Skyline Skyline's team here is pretty strong. I know they didn't have in the last few years, I should say, go back a little bit. We've had after COVID and stuff, and numbers were down in a lot of these leagues and programs. Cubs and the rookies, which is the two lower levels, were 8-man football, and we had enough to go bring the Cubs level up to 11-man football. And so last year, these guys, for the most part, were all playing Cubs with 8-man football, and this year Skyline didn't have enough for a full rookies team, and so then we had a few players playing our rookies team, and then they have a lot of the kids coming up and playing Cubs that were supposed to be rookies, and now the sophomore program here. We got a lot of kids that have, the programs are growing and stuff. And I know the high school program, they're trying to get that thing back to what they were doing. And, unfortunately, they just didn't have the numbers in their high school program. They had to cancel all of their JV season. And a lot of sophomores, unfortunately, just not getting the playing time and those game reps that you'd want in a program. But I think just with those numbers, sometimes you got to make those hard decisions. And, hopefully Prelure and they can grow that program. I know they're a crosstown rival, and we want to beat them every time, but you also want to have
you want to see their program grow.
Yeah, you want to see a good program, and you don't want to go out there and have it be like a UW Wazoo type of thing where you're destroying them year after year.
Yeah, that's not that doesn't build a good that doesn't build good traditions. It definitely doesn't get kids that want to play. And I gotta think if you're watching at home or watching wherever you are in this great world of ours, our president Dave Oliphant, who has been running our youth program for as long as I've been around, has just done a spectacular job. If you haven't had a chance or we hadn't seen the sidelines, we've always got good coaches. We're always well organized. I think that's been one of our biggest advantages. Most people who come and play against us tell us the same thing, is that our youth program, our coaches, the people that support it are what makes a difference. So
yeah, I remember going through the Cubs handshake line after a game against, I forget who it was, maybe Lake Washer or something like that. I remember the coaches going, geez, it's a lot of coaches. It's like, yeah.
I think it was that you and I were on the same team when I think the coach said, is you got more coaches than kids, I think.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, though, there's a lot of when they sign up, they say, hey, I think I may want to come out and help assistant coach, and I always tell them, like, hey, it's the best decision you'll ever make, because I tell you what, it's the
most fun I've ever had.
Most fun you ever had. It's the most emotional thing you could do. You get so close to the kids, so close to the coaches, and as a coach, in baseball, basketball, those kind of things, you don't really have much to do in the game, but with football, I mean, you're making the play calls. You're just as
You're right in on it. Well, here we go, Coach. We're going to start on the 35-yard line. Wolves getting the ball. We're headed to the south side of the field here. We're coming out with a tuck. We're coming to trips on the far side. And Bull goes right after the first play, right up the middle. At least a solid 3-yard gain on that one.
Yeah, it's a good play. He had 2 linebackers coming to.
It closed down pretty quick here. You're not going to get much room on Skyline here. They're going to close in that pretty quick. So, but like you said earlier when we started off here, 3-4 yards each play here is all you need. Mm-hmm. Moving to 9:35 here in the third quarter. Ball sits probably on the 40-yard line, 39-yard line. Eastlake comes in with a 2-man to the near side boundary over a power situation. And handoff inside. Gavin just comes right up the middle and makes one man miss. Keeps on his feet, keeps going. He's going to find another block, does a spin move. Comes around the edge and off the side he goes. Changes his gears. And I think he's going down right there holding on to that ball.
Yeah, Jim, he hit that hole hard. He was ready to go. He wanted to run. And
his motor was running, wasn't it?
Yeah, he hit the B button twice with 2 different spin moves. I think the first one, it worked. The second one, he's like, hey, that worked. I'm going to try that again. And I think if he stayed to the outside, he could have potentially scored there. But, God, what a great run and a great boost. That's going to, kind of set the tone and get them excited and putting the Spartans right on their heels. What a great run.
I don't think he learned that spin move from his daddy. I bet his mom's got those kind of feet in him like that. He spun around a couple times and changed his gears, and I thought him throw it in a high gear once he got into that. So Wolves coming out, a big run there. First down, ball sitting just on the 24-yard line. Power position, 2 men on the far side. Bull goes up in there, follows his man all the way around the receivers. Gets a stiff arm, almost gets around him.
Gotta tell you what, Gavin Unks went through the hole as a lead blocker. It would have been nice if Bo would have followed him in there.
Him in that hole,
But Gavin absolutely destroyed that guy. I think he lifted him up and threw him like 3 yards.
Yeah. If he had came up right behind him, he would have probably had that 5-6 yards instantly.
Yeah, it reminded me. We recently showed my youngest son Harry his Goonies for the very first time. It reminded me of Sloth when he took one of the Fratelli brothers and threw him into the water off the pirate ship. I mean, he absolutely launched that guy.
Yeah, that's just one of those you want to. It's hard as you're a quarterback running with a ball like that. You see that open ground, you think, hey, I can get to that edge, but always follow your friends. Always follow your friends up through the hole. Wolves coming to Spingle back here. Backside once again. Gavin puts the ball around. Maybe a gain of 2 yards on that. 7:46 on the time here. A 3rd and 14 coming to maybe. Ball on a 25-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to have to show Gavin that play on before this on film and say, hey, when you have the ball, do that same thing and have that same intention. Just run that guy over.
Just run that guy over.
Have some fun. You know, as fast as he is,
just
and
stay right up on his back
with his spin moves. You know, if you have that power, you can knock guys over as well. That's, you know, that sets the tone too, because then guys aren't going to want to try and tackle you.
Wolves come out in a offset with a single, and the ball's going in the air. There's a good pit. Skyline read that pretty good. I think they saw that formation.
Yeah, a little speed out for the quarterback, and it's hard a lot of times when you do rollouts and speed outs because the defense follows you and flows the same way that you're running with that ball. And sometimes makes it a little easier to guard. A lot of times it's good to set that up with like a play action first, so that the
backers want to stay. Keeping the backers sticking around like that. Yeah, I would like to see that when they brought those receivers over, one just a little deeper like that, get over top of maybe that one of those corners like that. But when Skyline's pushed in that tight.
Yep. You even have a little wheel route, right? Have a little option where it just gets them going and watching the quarterback.
A lot of real estate open here in the middle. Like they've got one man in the back there.
Yeah, so it's 4th down and 1.
Follow that block. Follow that block. Oh.
Yeah,
he had it.
Hank Reed had I don't know if he would have gotten the 10 yards, but he definitely
had
hold.
5 or 6 out of that.
And then they just kind of pulled it back outside.
Well, we'll turn it over on down 6-17 here in the 3rd quarter.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Skyline.
Yeah, I think we lost 3-4 blocks, or we missed 3-4 blocks on those runs like that to give us the 3-4 yards we were looking for. Well, we turn over and downs here, and Skyline gets that ball back on the 25-yard line. We'll see what they come out in these packages now. They come out in this Skyline Classic 2x2, where they run a lot of those receiver screens off of it. Offset to the left.
Looks like a pass in the first down.
Screen pass coming again. There's a flag coming. I think they're going to have a illegal man downfield, my guess.
Yeah, well, if they throw the ball to the running back, if he's beyond the line, illegal
man downfield, yeah. That's a signal.
If the receiver's not past the line of scrimmage, you can have illegal. You can have guys downfield, but he was behind line of scrimmage. I'm going to take it, but I just think that maybe after the game I should go down there and tell these guys how to do their job. What do you think?
Yeah. We can write it down. Good criticism written down. Yeah, written down, real polite like. Actually, if you use AI, it might even be better.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like your wording.
I'll put it on Skyline memo paper.
Exactly.
So they think it's from them.
Hey, Mr. Executive Producer, are you keeping eyes on that? I'll have Holly go down and talk to him. We're going to send down some of our team here so we don't lose our broadcast feed.
Our security team didn't show up today.
6:13 here. Skyline with a 5-yard penalty, I suspect, on illegal man downfield. Sets the ball on the 20-yard line. You have 1st and 15 for them on the come out of this. Sure, we're waiting on here, right? Okay, there we go. There's our signal in. So we're getting ourselves back in line here. Sorry for the delay on that. We don't. Our stripes here had to figure out what they were doing down there. 6:13 again. Eastlake looks like they're lined up here in a 5-4, 5-5 in the front here. We're going to really try to force them in the inside here. This is probably a better defense here, the way Skyline's been running this like that. Skyline comes out of that inside handoff. Quarterback keeps.
Pulls it.
There we go. The Wolves collapse on that pretty tight like that. Didn't have much room.
We weren't full on that at all. Not a whole lot of room.
No.
And he was just sort of he didn't have a lot to go. He was looking for any way where he can just kind of shuffle in and get a few.
Yeah, I would have thought that they would have tried to run that to the edge a little bit, but they tried to sneak that in the side. So 5:40 5:53 here, coming into a 2nd down and 14. I suspect Skyline's going to go to those receiver screens on this one. This is just kind of a classic Skyline play. Catch one of us sleeping somewhere on an edge. Who's our number 12 here, Art? Yeah, there's your screen. That boy,
Great
way to
open
collapse
field
on
tackle.
That was good job. Who was that? Number 80? No. 24?
Was that Henry Bowe? No.
Who's 24?
Yeah, that was Henry Bowe, yeah.
Way to close on that very quickly. Yeah, that Skyline screen, you could just see that receiver screen. They just set up that all the time. That's your go-to play. Anytime they get themselves, they want to find a whoopie, that's where they're going. Yeah. This ball's going downfield a little bit.
Yeah, we got to make sure. They bring in 2 safeties back here to make sure.
They're definitely coming downfield with it. Our linebackers got to be smart, though, not to give away that real estate. Get your hands up. There you go.
Oh,
there's the pick.
Oh man.
There was a home run ball right there, Coach.
You know, when you're a receiver, you're expecting the ball, but when you're a defensive back and you're not again, it happened in Anacola in the first quarter. You're not expecting the ball to hit you right in the face mask, and sometimes it's like, it's easy to catch when you know it's getting thrown to you, but nonetheless, a great play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 12.
4:51 on that clock. 4th and 12, ball and 25, and it looks like Skyline's going to probably go to a kick here. I'd like to see us get the ball. Get some pressure on him, maybe get a block. Use that edge right there. Get your edge on it. Get your edge on him. Oh, there you go. That ball's going out of bounds there. Yeah, about the 39-yard line.
Looked like the edge man on this near side went off sides. It's frustrating when, I know I'm kind of reeling on the umpires here a little bit, but, when they're calling illegal formation or offsides on us and something like that's obvious right in front of them, sometimes they say,
Yeah.
Either call it or no.
Well, back to 4:46 here with the Wolves in the 3rd quarter. We got a great ball position here. I think we didn't lose much, maybe lost 10 off of that first drive. So let's see if we can't put the ball down the field here. I'd like to see a little more wide out here with that roll, the play action, get those linebackers to stay there and then roll with it. Bo's got plenty of wheels to do it and got an arm to do it the same way. He might be set up for that right now. Like the counter. Well done. Get to the edge. Hang on to that ball. Well done. That Hank Williams? Yeah, Hank Reed. I like it. And, Coach, I like that. Hank knew he was going to come into contact, put both hands on the ball. Wasn't running with a loaf of bread on his hands there.
Yeah, just about 2 yards on that carry. Like you said, good counter play with 2 guys that he had to run through, but positive yards. And
I was kind of keeping an eye on Hank when the ball was getting handed to him. He had his eyes upfield like that. He wasn't looking at the ball. He was in stride when he took the handoff. It was well done. For a sophomore, it's exceptional. Let's see if our big guys up front can't push here. Skyline seems to be packing the middle a little bit. That way, we're a little out of that. Now follow him up there. Well done. There you go.
Good.
I think he learned. He must have been listening to us the last couple times.
Yeah. The last play, they ran that little counter, and it sets up a play like that where they fake the counter,
Bo, when he sees that, too, he gets up on the line of scrimmage. Our offensive guys are going man-on-man, finding a hat on the guy, and he comes around there. He's watching the linebacker, making sure he can either pick the edge or make his break for the inside, and that's a smart move for a quarterback.
Yeah. We always tell quarterbacks, too, the fake is just as important as everything else in the play because it sets it up. You have more success.
It's the half step that gets you the gain. 3:32 in the 3rd quarter here. Wolves on the 34. We've got 5 yards to go here. They come out in a single split with a power back position. Up under center. Rolls out of that. Nice block. Oh, we had 2 hands on it.
Yeah. I'm not sure who Bo was trying to throw to there, but
we had 2 receivers in the same area. I don't think that was supposed to be there, but both our receivers touched it.
And they both touched it, and so did their defensive back. But it's going to bring up 4th and 5.
3:15 here in the 3rd. So we're kind of in that no man's land right in here. Normal teams like this, I want to go to the edge pretty quickly and see what we got here. Uh-oh, turn around, look. Well, Skyline, I'm not sure that was a broken up play or was just an overthrown pass. They
brought in 2 or 3 linebackers. They were bringing everyone as they could, and Bo threw a pretty good pass, but the safety was right there.
Got a lot of coverage in there to throw that ball in there. Got to thread a needle like that. So Wolves turn over on downs. 3:11 here in the third, and we got to put a defensive stop in here. This would be nice to get another one right here.
Yeah. 4th and 5 like that, having a, just as good as a punt almost, if that guy would intercept it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, is throw the ball down in there and try to get it. But as Skyline gets ready here to take over 3:11 in the third here, they're set up with 2 on the far side boundary, 1 kind of inside handoff again. A lot of real estate in that middle there. Wolves team had collapsed down in on it. We're just not looking for the ball fast enough.
Well, it's hard.
Well, Coach, I'm to understand here that we've got some Wolves that are down in Portland right now playing in a lacrosse tournament down there. Good luck to all our Wolves, wherever they are, wherever they play.
Yeah.
I know Coach Dave O's down there with them like that, so I know they're watching from afar. Good luck to you guys down there. We miss all having you here.
Well, I'm sure some of the guys on this team are probably driving down to Portland right after this game.
They're all getting a bus and headed down. I love it. Ball snapped in, inside handoff. 1 step into it. A lot of Wolves beat on it, but Skyline pulls down a first down out of that one. 2 minutes, 30 seconds in the third here. First down.
Yeah, Rhett Hutchinson with another tackle.
Skyline moves the sticks on that one. Running clock here, 2:20. Don't have a lot of time here to just waste. We're down by 2. Wolves got to put a power on it, get the ball back, or turn it over and downs. Man in motion, here comes inside handoff, fake to it as a counter. Well blocked there. Nice tackle in the field right there, Coach.
Yeah,
Save that one.
They had a guy coming in motion, and he and the running back run right in front of the quarterback at the same time.
Max made a good open field tackle like that.
Little bit
of
1
step or 2. He'd been all the way down to the house.
Yeah, not quite a misdirection play necessarily, but you got 2 running backs or two guys running right in front of the quarterback to get the ball there, and it's hard to kind of figure out who has the ball in a play like that. But
they put that man in motion, and that just is your first signal, particularly as a linebacker, to say, hey, listen, I got to watch for that ball. I got to find that ball almost immediately, and then you just don't want to follow the player. Here it is again.
Doing the same side here.
Coming the same way with it. Did the exact same play. Yeah, they did the exact same play. Came from the far side in on it, so exact same way.
The Skyline offensive line's getting a good push, right? I mean, it's
got to get down and dirty down there in the trenches. And it's hard too. I get it. I get our youth guys here, especially down in the trench like that. They're not looking for the ball. They got to kind of figure out when they see that motion goes on. Got to close down those gaps real quick. Skyline coming out here with a 2nd and about 3 ball on the 35-yard line, 1:12 here. This is a counter swing. This is going to be a pass out. It's a pass out there. Don't get him. Good play on that quarterback there, I'll say. He threw that ball down and away. He knew what to do with it.
Yeah, that's smart quarterback play for a sophomore, but also great coverage by a outside linebacker edge guy to see that swinging running back coming around there and making sure that
play was
wasn't going to be open.
That play was going to develop or not, and I think our linebackers closed in that distance, and he had to do something. I thought he might take off with it, but he pulled it down and threw it away. So third down, a minute left here, just about in the third quarter. This is the inside handoff, I think, right here. I'd like to see our linebackers step right into gaps. Yeah, right there. Good play right there. That was
they're not going to get it. That's
Gavin right there. That was a well-done job.
Yeah, Gavin, he kind of saw that play coming and went right in there, got him low.
Yeah.
Made sure. Now it's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, you could see the lineup they were headed for. That was an inside draw, and Gavin did the exact right thing. Stepped right in the gap and took that play right away from him. So 4th down, 41 seconds left.
Yeah.
And we got a 4th and 2 for Skyline. Wolves got to put a big stop on.
Yeah, this is a huge play, Jim. We get the ball back in the 4th quarter, get another possession, and make sure we stop them right here.
I would think they may run the same play again. Yeah, I thought that. There you go. Chase him down, boys. Chase him down, boys. You got him. You got him. I think he's short. He's short. Yeah, they're signaling first down the other way. Way to go, Wolves.
First down, Wolves.
Nice job defensively.
What a great effort.
That was.
There's 20 seconds left in this third quarter.
That was a good turnover from the Wolves right there. Boy, that was well done, too. That pursuit was in hot
Hey, that,
Didn't give up the whole way.
Good play call to change things up for Skyline, but Eastlake just stayed with their assignments and did exactly what they were needing to do to stop them. And
we
hold
talked
them to
about it
one
earlier. You force him back inside where your friends are at, and you had the backside pursuit was coming at full gear. So Wolves come out in a tripped formation far side. Let's see what we can do here. Man in motion. We're going all the way to the other side. Well, we were following that the whole way. I think we give away those blocks like that.
On the quarterback carry, brought down by number 27, J.M. Benson.
I'd like to see Bo bring that and then just kind of pull up on that and get a receiver in a flat, or maybe receiver right over the middle right there.
Right.
As soon as they see that, right, they're going to overcommit to that almost immediately. Well, that ends it.
So that's going to bring us up to the fourth quarter. So, Jim, it's hard. You try and get into formations to set up plays to be good, but when you put three guys out wide, and they don't have a threat. If you're not throwing the ball out there, you're not making.
You're just taking guys out of here. You're just taking guys out of the lanes.
You're taking blockers out,
taking
right?
blockers away from you.
If you have a way to get out there, you pitch the ball out there, get someone out there fast on an island, and
that's what I said. I think you're absolutely right, Coach. I think when you do spread out for trips like that, throw a couple passes.
Yeah.
As an offensive coordinator side like that, you're just protecting the edges here. You're just going to see what your linebackers are going to do, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to see what your safety's going to do, and then you're going to be able to figure out, hey, do I want to take that run or not?
Right. Yeah, because they had.
And Bo's got the arm. We watched him throw a couple times.
But you got your defenses playing on the inside leverage on the two outside guys, which essentially is making now you've got an outside linebacker, a corner, and a safety right on the outside, right off of the edge there, and. If you can throw that out there and get it open on that far side, then you're going to come up with a big play.
Yeah, I'd like to see Eastlake spread the field a little bit, maybe, Coach, and then maybe even come with a misdirection or come back the other way with it like that, get to Skyline sleeping, trying to chase Bo down or something like that.
We want to get the ball in your playmaker's hands, so we got to give it to Gavin, keep it in Bo's hands.
I'm watching our offensive line here against a three front here. We've been really. Here we go, starting the fourth quarter. Got to jump off Skyline. We're coming out there, block their front.
Yeah.
Oh, got a big bump there. Almost a hockey check out of him.
Yeah, got two yards on that. It looks like they had a guy that jumped off sides right as we hiked it, but this guy on the near sideline referee is never going to call that against us.
Not in this league. 9:42 here, 9:38 with a running clock on it. We're on the 42-yard line, 6 to go on the third down for the Wolves. You got one free safety over the top. I'd love to see us get somebody coming off the line in that back up, just over the backside of those backers. So Wolves come out of that formation. 9:15. Two men in the front. We got a power I, or no, we're going doubles. We're going to pitch. We're going to get around the edge. I think we got a first down out of that, Coach, and a lot more out of that, and an out of bounds.
I want to see them come back to that play on either side. That was great blocking.
Good blocking on front of it. That's what got the difference.
They set the edge. That edge guy was coming up, and Gavin read that block great and went to the outside, made one guy miss, and kept going. What a great play.
And really what made that is when Gavin got to the edge, he found that lane, and he went right through it. Didn't wait around for it, just went right for it.
That'll be a new set of downs for the Wolves.
Big first down for Wolves out there. 9 minutes in the fourth quarter here. We're making a move on the ball on the 50-yard line. Like this, Wolves are coming out of that again.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, quick pass to the slot. The guy goes out there now.
Wasn't even there yet,
Yeah.
Hank puts forward.
Hank
I like
Reed,
that.
Yeah. Hey, good.
I like to see that little grittiness.
Yeah. About two quick yards.
You make 4 or 5 yards out of those kind of plays like that. You make those linebackers stand around for a little bit. That's a little bit of a bad spot, but
yeah.
8:41 here in the fourth. Time is not our friend right now. 6 to 8 here. Wolves down, but on the move.
8:30 to go.
What comes out of the snap? Inside handoff. I like that one.
Yep.
One man to beat
tackle.
right there. One man to beat. I think Hank's down almost the first down.
Yep.
Got to be close to first down on that one. There's the
down.
first down signal right there, Coach. Keep moving the chains. Well done, Hank. That was a great job. Came in through the middle linebacker.
That was Gavin Ungst, actually.
That was Gavin?
Yeah. He fought for those last 2 yards for sure to get that
he got
first
through
down.
the hole then. He went up there.
Yeah.
I apologize to the Ungst family. I don't know where they are in this world, but I'll get his name right. Miss Holly's standing about 4 feet away from us, so she's our spotter tonight for us. So I should get her. I got to make sure I get her kid right. First down for the Wolves here, 7:57. The ball's on a 40, and we're on the move here. I like the confidence, Coach. I see it up in the front line. I like how they get to their stance. Everything's going.
Get back into a shotgun formation.
Ball, good snap. Follows up his blocker. Get to the edge there. I think we got a big run coming if he gets to the edge. Get up there. There you go. Ball's all the way out of bounds up there on the 35-yard line. Well done, Wolves.
Hey, that was the blocking downfield on the edge there was perfect. They set that edge, allowed Bo to read his block and get to the outside for another first down. Big, probably about 12-yard gain, give or take.
If you're watching from home, if you watch those offensive line, you can see their numbers and they're moving downfield. We're going in the right direction. You don't see numbers, that's not the right way. So our front line got that moving forward, and as soon as Bo got up through the line, he was all the way to the edge and up to the 35. 7:38 here on his fourth, and we're on the move here. I like what we got.
Yeah,
I like the play calls, and I like where our momentum's coming out of this. I like the confidence our lines are showing us. Skyline's going to push in the front here. They can't allow any more real estate. Nice fake on his side. Follows to the inside like that. He follows lead blocker in there like that, but he hesitated in through the line.
A 2-yard gain on that. I like the play call. I just wish Bo would just do the fakes just a little bit more, right? Because, it's going to
bite off on that.
Have some of those linebackers bite on it, yeah, and then.
Well, I tell you what, if Bo if he was enough with him to make that play action, fake it, and roll around the other side, that cornerback over there doesn't even know what side of the field he's on. 7 minutes left here in the fourth. Wolves are on the 34-yard line, 24-yard line, making their move into the end zone. Set, ball, and the snap coming in. Oh, what a move. Gavin getting loose. Oh.
Yeah.
Got one man to beat. He grabbed him.
Yeah, Gavin got the ball, and he was ready to run, and he wanted to pay dirt, but fortunately his lead blocker was not quite as eager to get there.
No, left his man alone. That's the guy that'll take it from you.
Okay.
So no gain, maybe even a loss on that.
Yeah, Gavin got a pancake.
6:26 left here.
3rd and 10 here. It's a big third down.
Man in motion for the Wolves. Coming out, and Bo takes the ball, gets to the edge there. Oh, spins off that. One man keeps it running. Off he goes. I think he made it down there. Oh, he might have got the first down out of that one. We might get a first down. Oh, we're signaling 4th down, but I think that was a bad spot.
Yeah.
I got to be about a half a yard.
Yeah. This near side referee is really quick to set the ball.
That was a great run by Bo. Boy, he spun around about 3 tackles to get out of that.
God, if this was college or pros, I would definitely be throwing the red flag.
He wanted that, and that's a good football player right there.
Now it's 4th and 1. This is probably the biggest play of the game right here, Jim.
Yep, 5:41 here. Wolves got to put down, got to pin your ears back. Offensive lineman got to get off the ball, get down low, push forward. Coming out of the snap under center. There goes Bo, and he pushes that in there. I think we got it.
Yeah,
I think
first down.
He's pushing it forward. First down. There's definitely a first down signal. Good job, Wolves. Well done. 5:25. We got a first set of downs coming out of that one. Well done, Coach. I like to see the offensive linemen, as you know, got down, get low on their man, get their block, put their feet doing. They had to win that battle up there. That was all front line winning that battle.
It's one of those things. If you know your offensive line is going to have that kind of push, you have the confidence to run a quarterback sneak like that.
That's exactly right. You get up under there and you just put the hammer down.
You can't do the push in this league because it's illegal to push a running back
our
forward.
Offensive guys wanted it. You can see they dug it down and they pushed them right off the ball.
You really don't need to when you got that kind of an offensive
line. All right,
line.
first set of downs here. 5 minutes we go in the fourth quarter, and the Wolves on the attack. Up out of center again. There's a big run coming out of that. Gavin's keeps spinning, keeps moving end zone. Oh, I thought he was going to get in there, but he got to the 5-yard line.
You can see Gavin. He
wanted it.
He can smell that end zone. He's running harder. We got an injury timeout for this party here. I think we got a kick shin. Yeah.
Give us a break here.
Gavin wants this. You can tell he's running so hard and with so much intention to get to that yard line.
Get some water up there.
He's wanting to make sure that these offensive linemen are getting exactly what they're working hard for to get a touchdown, so that they can go ahead here. And this is fun to watch him run.
This is one of those areas when you teach the football coach, the football players, is that you protect the football, right? You cover the football, you make the blocks, you don't grab guys. This is where you make error-free football right here.
Play hard, but don't try to do too much.
That's right. Do your job. Do the job you've been trained to do. Cover the football, block your man, right? Don't give up on the block till you hear the whistle. These are all things that we teach over and over and over. And I'd like to see what's happening here, especially at our sophomore level. So 4:41, fourth quarter. Looks like we're coming out of an injury timeout here. Wolves are back to the ball on the 5-yard line on the first set of downs here. Let's see what we come out of. Coming up under out of center again, single back. There's a reverse around it, and I think we're going to the end zone. Oops.
Yeah, get down to the 3-yard line. That was a great play.
That was a good play as a counter.
The defensive end was about to tackle the right as he was handing the ball off.
Yeah, I like the counter on that. Coming inside there, that's a good play to move around there. That's good ball movement.
Keep the clock running.
Yep.
And number 8, Carson Shore. That'll be second goal for the Wolves.
This is one of those kind of plays where you can kind of inside fake that around and then come to the edge like that.
I'd like to see them go back to that pro formation.
That's right.
Lead. Keep that clock running.
Well, if you're at home, we got 3:57 left, fourth quarter. Excitement here. The fans are going absolutely crazy. And we are down on the 3-yard line here, waiting for our Wolves up under center coming out of it.
And there they go, Jim.
Pitch to the right side. We got a right side. Hank comes into it, and they took that away real quick. They took that away real quick, Coach.
Well, we got 2 plays now to get the ball in from the 3-yard line.
Yep. We didn't get any. I don't think we got it. We didn't get anything out of that one.
Yeah. Skyline did a good job pursuing and getting to that ball.
Yep. We lost our edge there. We didn't get our blocks on it. I think we should keep coming straight up the middle, make our offensive line win this. Let the big boys make it happen. Coming on our center. Right back into it. Here we go. Right to the front. In there.
Touchdown,
Eastlake. There we go, baby. 3:10 on that fourth quarter. And just like I said, Coach, let the front line drive you home. Big drive up by the front. All 4 linemen got down in their stances there and pushed forward. There's a huge hole to get right in there.
Yeah, Gavin ran hard, ran behind his guys and made it in there. He wanted it more than Skyline did, and here we are, 12-8 lead with 3 minutes, 10 go to lead.
Well done by Eastlake on that point. Way to poise themselves. Didn't get under nervous on it.
See if we can get this extra point to make it a 7-point lead.
Let's get our blocks up front. Get a good snap here. Got a timeout coming here somewhere.
Sorry, it's a 6-point lead if we get the extra point.
Eastlake got time. We got too many men. Or are we getting a timeout for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep.
That's not good.
We're definitely not kicking it from
there.
From the 13-yard line.
Yeah, no. Well, we got a timeout. A smart call by Coach here. We had too many men by the looks of our count, so we were a little overzealous to get players. That's usually something that happens in youth as assignment, you run out there, and next thing you know. So we are in a 12-8 Wolves lead, 3 minutes, 10 seconds in our fourth. And, Coach, we're lining up for a PAT here, which is a pretty solid 7-point lead going into a 3-minute mark. That means that doesn't really give Skyline a whole lot of options. They're going to have to really play with the ball a lot. So we'll see what happens here if we can pull this together. So we got a good setup here. Let's see if we can get a good snap. Up and down. Ball's up. I think that one's through.
Yeah, that's good.
We got a good signal.
That's great.
One.
Now, if for whatever reason Skyline just does happen to score, it'll tie it up. If we can hold their extra point, it'll take it into overtime.
Yeah.
But we're going to stop them. Doing that 3 minutes and 10 seconds. They do have 3 timeouts to go.
Yeah, Skyline's they're not probably going to spend a lot of time running on the ground here. They're going to make a lot of those receiver screens, put men in motion, try to get the ball to the edges pretty fast.
Yeah. With youth coaches, you don't have a lot of experience on how to do and what to handle at this level. And 3 minutes to go to score a championship game. You don't want to make the mistakes. You want to make sure you put your players in the right position to be successful. It can be pretty nerve-wracking.
Our sideline looks razzed up. Our cheers ready to go. They're doing a good job down there. Well done, ladies. Well done.
This is a great environment, Jim.
3 minutes, 10 seconds. Skyline comes out of it with the Pro 2 sets again. Man in motion. Ball's up in the air. Here comes the receiver. There's a hold coming out of that one. There's a good sack by the Wolves right there. Way to turn your man inside, Coach.
Yeah. That was just great pursuit. They did a fake. They tried to run Henry Bowe makes a tackle there.
Oh, Casio, sorry.
Clock is running. We're down about 2.
That was a great job on his part. Kept his feet down right, kept his shoulders, made sure he kept eyes on him, didn't let him squirtle away on you. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Ball on the 31, and Skyline's got to hustle on some stuff here. They're back in their 2-2 split again. This ball's going up in the air. They're going to do this. This is their Wooby play right here. There it is right there. Drop ball. Drop ball.
It does stop the clock for Skyline, but it still makes it 3rd and 14.
You could just tell Skyline goes right into that receiver screen every single time. They just...
Yeah, they're in obvious 4-down territory here, but you know what's on the line. You're 10, 11-year-old, and that ball's coming to you. You know what's on stake. You're thinking about everything and all at once.
Skyline comes back out in that 2-2 formation with a power to the left side or the right side. Let's keep our front line, keep our poise on it. Don't give away. Screen on that inside. That was a good play on their part. Who had brought that down right there? That was an exceptionally done job.
Yeah, Henry Bowe read that.
No.
24.
2-0.
Henry Bowe read that perfectly.
Tazio was the one who made that play.
Oh, it was Tazio.
He saw the inside play coming. He went right to the ball right there, and once it took it away, that was his play right there that saved that. That was a well done play like that.
Huge.
Could be injury timeout.
Could be the play of the game, coach.
Yeah, that was. I would think so too. And that was a good screen too. If you think they set that up pretty good.
Yeah.
They had that lane and they were coming across with that. There was really nobody on our downside coming into that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great play by him. That kid did a great job. Looking forward to seeing him wearing a Wolves jersey. We gotta. This is the kind of time of the season, time of the game. We get a lot of stepped on feet and ankle and shin. So.
Too, emotions are running high too, Jim, and if things don't go your way, sometimes those injuries, are induced by tears and being upset. And
I've been there, Coach.
I know. Last year, I remember.
We look like we're okay. We're just going to shake it off, get the dust there. I think we're standing on 2 feet. There we go. Good signal.
Yeah.
I think you got to come out here, though. Yeah, I got to come out. So we're going to have a change of player for Skyline. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Skyline with 4th down, Coach. This ball's coming in the air if there's anything. Let's not make a mistake, right? Knock it down if you can't catch it. Don't let a man get behind you. Get our front man. Let's get some pressure. Let's watch our Wolves in
down. This is it. This is a championship game right here.
Get in on him. There you go. That ball's coming all the way to the top, and no ball right there. That's a turnover and downs.
Turnover on
big
down.
Turnover on down, Coach.
1 minute, 55 seconds to go.
1:55, and the Wolves got a turnover and down at midfield like that, and we could put it.
Skyline has 3 timeouts. We need to get 1 first down here to make sure the Skyline does not have the ball.
I don't even think if he would have caught that, he would have had any yardage out of it.
We were right there to make that tackle.
In that city. Well, if you're at home, that was a huge play by the Wolves like that with 1:55 left on it, a turnover and downs and Skyline. And we got them on their heels here. We now need to keep punching them out. And you do that with the front line, Coach. You keep pounding. Get your yardage on the ground like that. Chew the clock up like that. Take it home. Bring this home.
Protect the ball, most important thing right here, right?
This is what you work for all season right here, these last 2 minutes right here.
Great field position.
As an offense, this is where you really come together. This is where it all comes together. I'd love to see this. This is exactly how I want to see the Wolves to be. Good handoff, good right there. Step into the play. Get to the edge here. It goes around the edge. Come on, Hank. That's what I wanted to see. Well done.
Yeah, Hank Reed with a great run, being smart.
That's a statement of running right there.
Yeah, and he stayed in bounds as well because he runs out of bounds. That stops the clock, and now Skyline's forced to use a timeout. But a great 7-yard run there.
Oh, that's just
huge.
perfect.
Again, if we get 1 first down, this game's over.
Coach, I just found out that we've got a couple of grandparents or some people watching us from Hilton Head, I think, and then another family from UK watching us all the way across the pond. So we appreciate everybody's watching right there.
I didn't know our internet went all the way to the UK. That's amazing.
Well, we put a couple extra quarters in it this time, and I think our executive producer really tuned it up this time.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we appreciate everybody that's watching online here. Again, all the sponsors, all the support to the community. The Wolves are all about it. It just doesn't happen at our youth program. It happens all the way to high school. And we couldn't be happier for our Wolves Nation like that. So Wolves are coming out of this with 1:48. Ball's on the 28-yard line, and we're about 4 yards from taking this game away. Wolves line up in a power back position, going up under center. Bo's going up under center again. Let's watch our offensive line drive forward. Look at them just pushing down in it. I love that. Push down there. Keep driving.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, 1.5, 2 yards on that.
2 yards. Are we getting a first down? Oh, timeout coming to Skyline.
Timeout, Skyline.
1:43 and
so they have a rule in youth football that when you do substitutions, you have to play. From the start of the series, you have to play at least 4 plays before you make any substitutions. And then when there's a turnover, whether it be a turnover on down or interception like that, you have to what's called clear the bench. And so if you're on the field, you have to leave the field, and a whole new set of 11 players have to come on. And so on that last defensive stand, Gavin Ungst was on the field on defense, and that's why he's not on the field right now, just if you were wondering.
Coach, I forgot about the substitution. Since we've been up in high school for so long, I forgot about that. That's one of those things in coaching. I just never really enjoyed having to manage that.
Well, man, it can be hard.
It's tough. All right, goals are coming out at 1:43, 3 yards to go. The ball's up on the 27-yard line. Oh, we dropped the ball. Dropped the ball. We might have lost it right there.
No, I think I think
ball's dead. That ball didn't mark dead by the ref.
Bo fumbled the snap, but he also recovered it on his own. He almost actually fumbled it for a first down.
Another timeout by Skyline.
Yeah, so that's going to be about 4th and inches.
Yeah, he actually, the ball did roll about maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah. So we need
that
to
would
get.
not have been the situation we wanted to see there.
So we need to have about 1 foot. This is something, Jim. You come in here. It's a little bit of a gamble, but if you can, everyone's excited and everyone's on edge. Skyline particularly, if you can go on 2 and draw them off sides, game's over. But at the same time, you do that, you're risking your guys jumping off sides, which is now going to bring it back to 4th and 5.
Yeah.
We used to call our plays called hut hut, and we would just sit there and they'd say hut 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 and try and get them off sides. If they don't, then they yell check check and we run the play. But even when we do that and everyone knows it's hut hut, you still have someone who just a little too excited. And so I like it.
I always like my offensive guys. Yeah. They come up there growling, a little snot coming out of their nose, their eyes are wiggling around like that. And the defensive guys, and then when you go to hut, they usually jump off 5 sides.
I like Bo at the quarterback sneak again this year, and there it is.
Push him.
First down.
There you go. Eastlake with a first down.
Eastlake's going to win the championship.
There you go. Eastlake signal first down, 127. That'll get our championship right there. Now we go to victory formation.
Let's go, Wolves!
That's how well done. Our offensive line, once again. Well done, boys. Well done.
And now they can, after 4 plays, they can put their substitution back in.
That's right. Skyline with no timeouts left.
Celebrate it. Enjoy it, boys.
That's it. Eastlake brings one home this year.
Hey, Wolf strong, pack strong. Everyone's proud of you guys. Way to go, Wolves.
Boy, that was a gutty play right there, too, by our guys up front. Just put their heads down and move, just plow forward.
For this year, too, at the beginning of the year, some of the players and coaches were not sure which team they were going to play on. And remember, David Oliphant coached this team last year, and he was planning on being the head coach, but Cam Oliphant was about 8 pounds underweight to play at this level.
So he couldn't make it up
and
there.
It was right before the beginning of the season, Oliphant told me, hey, we're going to go play on your team with Cubs, and told his coaching staff, you guys are going to have to figure it out. And they said, okay. And they kind of had a coaching by committee, and guys, for all that to come together and them to kind of figure out who's going to be doing what and what kind of offense, and going from 8-man football to 11-man football.
That's going to call it right there. That's it.
Not having a whole lot of experience with 11-man football to do that and come all the way to win a championship in the 4th quarter, driving like that and doing that. They've got to be so proud.
That's a great group of players for us, Coach. Love to see that victory like that. It just drives for next year like that. What a great coaching staff. Well done by the Wolves this time.
Football's different. When you lose, there's only one team that finishes the season with a win. And it's hard to lose. But, God, it feels so good to win a championship, Jim.
Yep. It was a well-done job by the coaching staff today, and super proud of all the Wolves. Well, that does it, folks. The Wolves pull that off 14-8 against Skyline here at Popkini.
Hey, we've got about 150 strong watching us, Jim. I think.
Boy, we couldn't be happier.
I think that's the definition of viral. I've never been viral. What do you think?
I think it's great to be viral. Well, from everybody here at the booth, our executive producer Sean, myself, Jim, and Coach Stiles, I want to tell you it was a great game as well. I just can't tell you how much fun I had to be back here at youth. Always good to see the championship come to the pack. And I was a little elusive. Wasn't able to get one when I was a youth coach, but boy, it sure is nice to be up here to see this happen like that. And our cheer team down there, looks like they're doing a heck of a job by getting ready for the team. Here they come through the banner. I think everybody's pretty happy you want to get through that thing.
Yeah, that's right.
There they go. Woo!
Let's see a dog pile.
There you go.
This youth program, like you said, it's growing again. We're starting to get to the point where, at every level we have a wait list when we do registrations, and we're going to be pretty soon. We're going to be having having to have 2 teams at every level again, which,
Pretty well done
Yeah.
here. Well, to everybody who's been watching us today, thanks very much. Appreciate it. And we'll hope to see you again on another broadcast here soon.
Have a great off season, everyone. We'll see you guys next fall.
Thanks again.
We're out.